I have to own something. In my last video about these products, I told you the SodaStream E-Terra was my pick over the Ninja Thirsti. And the big reason I gave was that I thought that I could carbonate anything in the SodaStream E-Terra. Juice, water, whatever. But I was wrong and you let me know it. Even SodaStream UK jumped in my TikTok to set the record straight. The E-Terra is a water-only machine. The machine that actually carbonates everything is this, the SodaStream Mix. From my research, the Mix is harder to find as it's not promoted by SodaStream US. Now that makes sense why the SodaStream UK team reached out to me about my video. Now either way, I found it and I picked one up so that we could test it today. We're finding out together if the machine that I should have been talking about all along will actually live up to the hype, and stick around till the end to see me bring something back to life. Alright, so let me show you what came in the box and then I'll show you what makes the Mix different from the E-Terra. First, we have the CO2 canister. They say this thing can make about 60 liters of drink, which is a lot. You got a book, and then there are 2 bottles that came with it. This small one and this big one. That's about it. It's really simple. Now let me show you why it's different from the E-Terra. I have both units here. Let me show you the differences. First though, let's put the canister in. This is actually the same. It's the same process to get the canister in both. You take the back off, you pull this up, you take the canister, you put it in. There's no specific way. It could be any way. You just put it in and then you pull this down. That's it. It's in, ready to go. That process is the same for both machines. Now, starting from the top, come down to see the differences. First, you'll find out that this is a manual unit where there are no cords attached. So this unit you have to plug in. I have this, I'm about to plug this in a second. I have this plugged in here. This is different, right? So here, this big button, you squeeze and press and it puts the carbonation through. And then this dial is like, if you think about when you shake something up that is carbonated, you open slowly as you open it to make sure the air escapes before it starts overflowing. That's what this does. So with this, you go from, let me see which side I'm on here. So this is open. So when you put it in, you would do this to close it. You put it in close, and then you slowly open to 1, to 2, and then all the way open, and that releases all the carbonation. And then you could take out the bottle. So one of the differences with respect to the E-Terra, you can see there are 3 buttons here. Once this is plugged in, you press each button. This is 1, 2, and 3. So that's the 3 different levels of carbonation that you can do on the E-Terra. So that is the difference from the top. Now, as you come down, you realize that it looks a little bit different with respect to the carbonation nozzle. You see this nozzle here is more like a pin or like a straw, right? It's metal, it's very small. You actually can't get up inside of here. This one is a lot bigger. You can see it here. But the main difference why you can carbonate anything in this unit is because you can take the carbonation nozzle out of the mix. And even this has an overflow container. So even when it overflows a little, it doesn't run all the way out on your countertop. It just falls into this. You see that straw here, it takes the overflow, puts it into this container. And this is big enough, you see it here, this is big enough that you can clean the entire thing and then reuse it. Because what happens is, and I mentioned this in my video when I did this and I tried to carbonate some juice, it showed that this overflowed a lot. As soon as you did like 1 level of carbonation, it overflowed. So now you have this, you can do anything, but it also takes up a lot of that overflow if it even comes out, because you should actually be opening it slowly on the top here, and that will release the carbonation slowly so that it doesn't overflow. Another difference is this came with a kiddie bottle. So the Mix came with a kiddie bottle. I actually bought this E-Terra on sale as a bundle, and it had 3 big bottles with it, which was great. But then also when my daughter wants something, I don't want to make a whole bottle of it sometimes. You have this small bottle for your kids now that you could just take, make something real quick, give it to them, and then be done with it. So this thinks about everything. So that's it, really. Those are the differences between the SodaStream Mix and the SodaStream E-Terra. Now, let's use this on a couple different types of liquids to see how it performs. So next up, and one of the main reasons why I love this SodaStream Mix is the ability to juice fresh fruit juice. If you love fresh fruit juice, but you also love carbonation, this is it. So right here, I have the SodaStream Mix, but I have the cold press Susteas juicer. And if you want to see more about this juicer and me comparing more juicers, I'm gonna have a video for that. I'm gonna link it here. But for right now, I'm gonna juice these apples and oranges, and then I'm gonna take that juice and I'm gonna carbonate it in the SodaStream Mix. It's gonna be fantastic. Let me show you. Now let's make some juice. I'm gonna do the apples first, then the oranges. All right, now let's carbonate. All right, so I got a bottle and a half of this fresh squeezed orange and apple juice. I took the half bottle and I poured some in here because I'm gonna have a special guest come taste this once I'm done pretty soon. But first, let's carbonate this bottle. So there's a line, if you can see, there's a line here. It's up to the line. We're gonna just put this in, close it, and then turn this to the locked position. All right. And this is manual again, so we're just gonna push on it and hold for a second and then let go for the amount of carbonation that we want. That's one, that's two, and we'll probably hold it right there. Maybe we get one more level of carbonation, let's see. All right, so we get three. Now that it's here, we're gonna give it a second by turning the dial slowly. See that? So you can it's almost like opening the cork on a soda where you can slowly open it to release some of that gas. You see it shoot up? All right, so if it pops out, remember it's gonna go over into the overflow. They say that once it has sugar in it, it does this, once you try carbonating it, so let's see. All right, I opened it all the way. And there we go. I'm gonna pour this into my glass. Ah, man, look at that carbonation. Look at that foam. I'm telling you, this, if for no other reason than to put fresh squeezed juice in this carbonation machine and get like fresh squeezed soda, it's crazy and it tastes great. Now I'm gonna let my special guest come and taste it herself. All right, let's welcome my special guest, my daughter Ari. Say hi to the people, Ari.
Hi, everybody.
You ready to taste this orange and apple soda?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna put it in and you are going to press the button to carbonate it. We're gonna put this here and then I'm gonna lock this down, all right? And then give it a squeeze, hold for a second and then let go.
Okay.
All right, now give it another one. All right, and then we will open this. I love this feature, by the way, where you can just kind of like crack it a little bit, have the carbonation escape, have the CO2 escape, and then you can open it all the way like this, and then you're good to go. All right, pull this out. All right, ready to taste?
Yeah. A lot of the fizz, but I'm tasting
A lot of fizz?
Like a lot of fish that just put on, but all the juice that's carbonated and like, yeah.
It's at the bottom. Do you like it though?
Yeah, I like it.
All right, thank you, Ari. You're gonna come back to taste some juice that I'm gonna carbonate of yours, one that I know that you love. All right, so first up, we have the OG of carbonation, H2O. I have this bottle of water filled up to the line, and we're just gonna put it in here and carbonate it. Again, you just move it forward, you put it in, and then you turn the dial to lock it in. And then you just press down for 1 second every time. Three presses and that's it. We're gonna give it a second here to open. You just slowly turn the dial and you'll hear it escaping. And that's it. You can see. Cheers. Now, if you're just using water, you could use some of the flavorings that comes with it. When I bought the SodaStream E-Terra, it came with bubbly drops. If you like these types of drops, you can get them from anywhere. There's a bunch of different ones being sold on Amazon and all these different places. So you get drops that, you know, taste the best to you and you can use them. But outside of that, that's it. Really simple. Next, we're gonna do a family favorite for the summer. We're gonna do some Kool-Aid. You all know what this is. Growing up, my mom would always make a Kool-Aid lemonade mix. So we're gonna make that and then put it through the mix. Watch this. Now we have our Kool-Aid lemonade mix. Let's pour it in the bottle and get it carbonated. Remember, you gotta take it up to the line. Lock it in, then give it 3 pumps. Give it a second to settle down a bit, and you can always slowly open it at the top. See that? Closed it back with some of the carbonation escape, and then I'm just gonna pop it open. It's done its job. Now, look at that. Look at that. Ah. Woo! Tastes like summer. Let's move on. And last but not least, I promised you I was gonna bring something back to life in this video, and here we are. I'm gonna bring this soda back to life. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this soda, pour it in here. We're gonna shake it up and get rid of all of the carbonation, and then see if we can get some carbonation back in the bottle to bring the soda back to life. So let's go. I'm gonna open this so you can hear. There was carbonation in there, you can see. And now I'm gonna go shake this by the sink and get rid of all of the carbonation from this, and I'll be right back. All right, so we're back, and I shook this thing for forever, it felt like. I tried to get as much of the carbonation out of this as possible, and now we're going to recarbonate it and bring it back to life. Close, same routine, you lock it, and then you just give it a couple squeezes. 1, 2, 3. Start opening. And let's see. You can already see the bubbles against the bottle. Look at that. Look at that. The fizz got me straight in the throat. Oh, back to life, like brand new. If you have any leftover soda that went flat, pour it back into a bottle, put it back in the SodaStream mix, and there you go. You have fresh soda again that you can drink, so nothing goes to waste. A money saver, look at that. All right, so now since we've done all of the juices and carbonated everything, I wanna check something before we get to the end. See how easy this was to pull out? Then I'm gonna check the, ooh, see it already is dripping. I want to pull out the overflow to see what that looks like. It's a little bit tough to get out. Let me just squeeze it and pull it out here. There we go. This is everything that bubbled over. It went through the straw and it went into the overflow. There you have it. Now you know you have a decent size overflow in this container here, and you also have the ability to control how you let the carbonation escape the bottle when you're done by turning the dials very slowly up here. You could open it, close it back, open it slowly, just like you would with any cap on any soda bottle. It helps even if this doesn't work 100%. If the carbonation rushes through the cork, it would then flow into this, and you have the overflow to protect you from spilling all over your countertop. So I think this worked really well. As you can see, there was a bunch of overflow in here. And yeah, this thing is really good. So there you have it. If you're big on carbonated beverages, I think this is the one for you. It's portable, it could go anywhere, it has a reservoir for overflow. You can literally carbonate anything. I've shown you a bunch of different things. 2 of them are right here. So if you want to pick it up, I'll put the link down in the description. Also, if you want to go check out my video on juicers where I compare cold press juicer, centrifuge juicer, and a hand press or manual juicer, you can go check that out over here. And don't forget to
like and subscribe.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you on the next one.